How to tell if your attic has proper ventilation and why it matters. Think your attic is properly ventilated? Here's why 80% of homeowners get this wrong, and it's costing them thousands. Let me explain something that most roofers won't tell you about attic ventilation. After more than 20 years in the roofing business, I've seen how this single issue can make the difference between a home that lasts for generations and one that develops serious problems within just a few years. You see, attic ventilation is actually one of the most complicated aspects of the roofing business. And here's what's really concerning. Many roofers try to offer the same cookie-cutter solution for every home. That's a huge mistake that could be putting your home at risk right now. Think about it. How could a 20-year-old home possibly have the same ventilation requirements as a 120-year-old home? The construction methods, materials, and design principles are completely different. Yet I see this oversimplified approach being used every day. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to tell if your attic has proper ventilation, why it matters more than you might think, and the specific signs that indicate you have a problem. I'll also explain why year-round ventilation is crucial, not just during summer months like many people believe. But before we dive in, let me share something important. What I'm about to teach you comes from inspecting thousands and thousands of attics over my career. I've seen firsthand how proper ventilation can reduce cooling costs by up to 15% and prevent thousands in moisture damage. This isn't theory. These are real results I've helped homeowners achieve. Now let's talk about the key signs that tell you if your attic ventilation is working properly or if you need to take action. First and foremost, every properly ventilated attic needs two critical components: intake and exhaust. Think of it like breathing. Your attic needs to both inhale and exhale air to function correctly. The intake typically comes through vented soffits, while the exhaust happens through ridge vents or power attic fans. Let me explain why this balance is so crucial. When I inspect an attic, one of the first things I look for is proper air intake through the soffits. Without adequate intake, even the best exhaust system won't work effectively. It's like trying to drink through a straw while pinching the bottom closed. You're just not going to get proper airflow. Here's something most homeowners don't realize. Adding more exhaust vents without proper intake can actually make your problems worse. I've seen cases where homeowners installed multiple power fans thinking it would help, but without adequate intake, they were just wasting energy and creating negative pressure that could actually pull air-conditioned air from their living space into the attic. Now let's talk about the warning signs that indicate poor ventilation. The first major red flag is excess moisture. During humid, rainy, or snowy days, if you notice moisture buildup in your attic, that's a clear signal that something's wrong. This isn't just a minor inconvenience. Excess moisture can lead to serious problems like wood rot, damaged insulation, and even structural issues. Another critical warning sign is mold growth. If you spot dark spots or discoloration on your attic surfaces, especially on the underside of the roof deck, that's a strong indication your ventilation isn't doing its job. Mold isn't just unsightly. It can affect your family's health and compromise your home's structural integrity. Here's a crucial point that many homeowners miss. Proper ventilation is not just a summer concern. In fact, it's absolutely essential year-round. During winter months, proper ventilation helps prevent ice dams from forming. These ice dams can cause thousands of dollars in damage to your roof and interior walls. I've seen cases where poor winter ventilation led to complete roof replacements that could have been avoided. Let's talk about energy efficiency. A properly ventilated attic can significantly reduce your cooling costs. Based on industry research and my own experience with clients, you can save between 10 and 15% on your cooling costs with proper attic ventilation. That's because your air conditioning system doesn't have to work as hard when your attic isn't trapping excessive heat. If you're concerned about your home's ventilation or want a professional assessment, click the link in the description to schedule a free attic inspection. We'll help you identify any issues before they become costly problems. Now here's something that might surprise you. The age of your home plays a crucial role in determining the right ventilation solution. A newer home built in the last 20 years typically has different ventilation requirements than a historic home. This is because of changes in building materials, construction methods, and energy efficiency standards. For older homes, especially those built before 1950, we often need to take a more customized approach. These homes were often built with different materials and designed to breathe differently than modern homes. That's why it's crucial to have an experienced professional assess your specific situation rather than applying a one-size-fits-all solution. Let me wrap this up by emphasizing something crucial. Proper attic ventilation is one of the most important yet overlooked aspects of protecting your home. The signs we've discussed today, moisture buildup, mold growth, and higher energy bills, these are all early warning signs that shouldn't be ignored. Remember, ventilation isn't just about preventing problems. It's about protecting your investment and ensuring your home remains healthy and efficient for years to come. An experienced roofer can quickly identify whether your attic is properly ventilated and recommend any necessary improvements. If you found this information helpful, you'll definitely want to check out my upcoming video where I break down the different types of ventilation systems and how to choose the right one for your specific home. Click the video on screen now to learn more about protecting your home's long-term value.